drama, danger. A tumultuous week unfolds on Days of Our Lives, July 7th to 11th preview for viewers 65 and older. This week on Days of Our Lives promises heart-pounding drama, deep emotional revelations, and shocking returns that will keep longtime fans glued to the screen. As the residents of Salem celebrate Independence Day, their lives are anything but peaceful. Let's take a closer look at the unforgettable moments coming to your screen from July 7th to July 11th. Marlena's mysterious illness. A beloved heroine in trouble, Marlena Evans, always composed, always dependable, is beginning to show signs that something just isn't right. What starts as a simple moment of dizziness quickly spirals into a growing concern. Her daughter, Belle Black, is the first to notice that something's amiss. Marlena brushes off her symptoms, insisting it's just stress or perhaps the lingering effects of grief. After all, her recent blood work showed nothing unusual. But fans know better. Despite her reassurances, Marlena collapses right on the street in broad daylight, sending shockwaves through Salem. This event sets off a chain reaction of worry, tests, and speculation. Belle, visibly shaken, demands answers and pushes for more thorough medical evaluations. Could there be a hidden illness lurking beneath the surface? Or is Marlena hiding something far more serious than anyone suspects? One thing's for certain. Marlena's health crisis will deepen the emotional undercurrent of this week's storylines. It's a reminder of how even the strongest among us can falter and how family must rally in moments of uncertainty. Leo's newborn nightmare, a baby in distress over at the Hernandez home. Another crisis is unfolding, but this one involves a tiny, helpless baby. Leo Stark, a man more often known for drama than diapers, finds himself overwhelmed as he struggles to calm his newborn, lovingly nicknamed Tesoro. The baby's cries pierce through the home, and despite Leo's efforts, nothing seems to help. Gabby Hernandez steps in, taking the baby into her arms and using her maternal instincts to soothe the infant. Still, Leo remains on edge. His fear isn't just that the baby won't stop crying, it's that something might be medically wrong. Is it colic? A silent infection? Or is little Tesoro simply absorbing the chaotic emotions surrounding Leo? As he begins to reflect on his past, including his complicated history with Javi Hernandez, it becomes clear Leo is carrying emotional baggage that may be affecting his parenting. This plotline is a heart-tugging reminder of how fragile new life can be and how the ghosts of our past can haunt even the most joyful moments. Love and fireworks, romance sparks and sputters across Salem amidst the chaos. Romance is very much in the air as Salem celebrates the 4th of July. Expect fireworks in more ways than one. Alex Kyriakis, ever the passionate suitor, declares his love for Stephanie Johnson during a festive picnic under the summer sky. It's a heartfelt moment that could mark a turning point in their rocky relationship. Meanwhile, Holly Jonas and Tate Black rekindle their teenage romance with a kiss that leaves sparks flying. Their chemistry is undeniable, but will young love be enough to carry them through the challenges ahead? And in a twist that fans may not have seen coming, Doug Williams III and Ariana Horton steal away for a steamy rendezvous, reminding viewers that passion doesn't fade with age, it simply matures. But as history tells us, love in Salem rarely stays uncomplicated. The road ahead for these couples may not be as sunny as the holiday weekend. The return of Gwen, stirring up Salem's past just when things seem to be settling. Gwen Rizek storms back into town, and she doesn't come quietly. Her first surprise is saved for Julie Williams, who opens the door of the Horton house only to come face to face with Gwen herself. Gwen, as bold as ever, smiles sweetly and wishes Julie a happy Independence Day. But behind the grin lies a multitude of secrets, schemes, and possibly a hidden agenda. Her return is also felt by Chad DiMera, who escorts her into the Horton home with mixed feelings. The drama intensifies when Gwen shares a passionate kiss with Xander Kyriakis, as seen in the promo. But don't be fooled. There's more than love on Gwen's mind. She has angles she's working and motivations that remain in the shadows. As Julie and others begin to interrogate Gwen about her true reasons for returning, expect tensions to reach a boiling point. Corporate espionage and family loyalty. The DiMera saga continues. The DiMera legacy hangs in the balance, and family loyalty is being put to the ultimate test. In a quiet but tension-filled conversation, Tony DiMera and EJ DiMera discuss the future of the DiMera empire. With power plays and betrayal always on the horizon, EJ proposes an audacious plan, sending Johnny DiMera in as a spy at Titan DiMera. It's a risky move, but one that could turn the tide in the power struggle between the two rival companies. Meanwhile, Johnny shares a romantic moment with Chanel Dupree DiMera, sealing their bond with a kiss. But like so many love stories in Salem, this tender moment may be the calm before a devastating storm. Looking ahead, the drama deepens as the week unfolds. Viewers can expect more than just typical soap opera fare. These storylines speak to the universal themes of health, family, love, loss, and the constant search for truth in a world filled with secrets. For longtime fans, especially those aged 65 and older, this week's episodes offer a rich tapestry of emotional storytelling, complex characters, and the kind of dramatic flair that has made Days of Our Lives a staple of daytime television for generations. So, settle into your favorite chair, pour a cup of tea, and prepare for a roller coaster ride through Salem. The week of July 7th to 11th promises to be one of the most riveting in recent memory. And remember, on Days of Our Lives, every second counts, and no secret stays buried forever. Next, A Heart Divided. Kate's loyalty in the heat of Salem's drama in the heart of Salem, where secrets simmer and loyalties are tested. The Brady pub stood as a beacon of familiarity, its warm lights spilling onto the cobblestone street. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of freshly poured coffee and the low hum of conversation. Kate Roberts, her auburn hair catching the dim glow of the pub's lanterns, leaned against the polished bar, her expression heavy with concern. Across from her sat Roman Brady, his rugged face etched with worry, his hands clasped tightly around a mug that had long gone cold. The weight of recent events hung between them like a storm cloud ready to burst. "Roman," Kate began, her voice soft but firm. "Philip's out of the hospital. He's doing better, smiling even, but I can't shake this feeling. He's carrying something heavy and I'm worried it's eating him alive." She paused, her blue eyes searching his for a reaction. "He's still blaming himself for what happened to Johnny." Roman's jaw tightened and he looked down at the worn wooden table, his fingers tracing an old scratch in the surface. "It's not just Philip," he said, his voice low, almost a growl. "It's me. I'm the one who told Johnny what EJ did to Sammy. I gave him the motive, Kate. If I hadn't opened my mouth, maybe Johnny wouldn't have." He trailed off, unable to say the words. The accusation hung in the air. Johnny, Roman's nephew, had shot his own father. EJ DiMera and the town of Salem was still reeling from the fallout. Kate reached across the table, her hand resting gently on Roman's arm. "You listen to me," she said, her tone sharp but kind. "Johnny is innocent until proven otherwise. You didn't pull that trigger and you didn't make his choices for him. You were just trying to protect your family, like you always do." Roman shook his head, his eyes clouded with guilt. "Protecting my family? I've done Johnny no favors, Kate. Covering for him, keeping secrets. It's only made things worse. And now Rachel's caught up in this mess too." He rubbed a hand over his face, as if trying to erase the weight of his decisions. "I never wanted her dragged into this. Too many people know the truth about her, and it's only a matter of time before it all blows up." Kate leaned back, crossing her arms, her mind racing. She knew the tangled web of Salem's secrets better than most. Half the town had a reason to want EJ DiMera dead, his ruthless ambition, his betrayals, his knack for making enemies wherever he went. But EJ was a fighter, a man who'd claw his way out of any grave, especially when it came to protecting his son, Johnny. "EJ will fight like hell for Johnny," Kate said, echoing Roman's thoughts. "No matter what we think of him, he's not going to let this go quietly." Roman nodded, his shoulders slumping. "I just wish I could fix this. For Johnny, for Rachel, for everyone." He looked up at Kate, his eyes softening. "Thank you, Kate. For listening. For being here. I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on this place more often. The trial's coming up and I'll be stuck in that courtroom fighting for Johnny." Kate's lips curved into a small, reassuring smile. "You can trust me, Roman. I've got your back. Always." The next day, the Brady pub buzzed with the excitement of the upcoming 4th of July picnic. The town was preparing for its annual celebration, a brief escape from the scandals and secrets that seemed to define Salem. Kate was behind the bar, stacking crates of supplies, napkins, paper plates, and bottles of soda for the event. The door swung open, and in walked Stephanie Johnson and Alex Kyriakis, their arms already laden with bags for the picnic. "Kate," Stephanie called out, her face lighting up. "Didn't expect to see you here. I thought you were done with the pub life." Alex, his dark hair tousled and his grin as charming as ever, set his bags down and leaned against the counter. "Yeah, I heard you were starting at Titan next week. Big move, Kate. What's keeping you behind the bar?" Kate froze, her hands pausing on a stack of napkins. She hadn't told anyone about the job offer from Titan, least of all Roman. The truth was, she'd been thrilled when the offer came, a chance to step back into the corporate world, to wield her sharp mind and sharper instincts in a new arena. But as she looked around the pub, at the familiar faces and the memories etched into every corner, she felt a pang of loyalty she couldn't ignore. I can't take the job," she admitted, her voice quieter than usual. She set the napkins down and wiped her hands on her apron, avoiding their eyes. "Roman's going to be consumed with Johnny's trial. He's carrying the weight of the world right now, and this place, it's his anchor. He needs me here." Stephanie's brow furrowed, and she exchanged a glance with Alex. "Kate, does Roman even know about the Titan offer?" she asked gently. Kate shook her head, her lips pressing into a thin line. "No. And I'm not going to tell him. He's got enough on his plate without worrying about me jumping ship." Alex leaned forward, his voice earnest. "Kate, Titan needs you. You're a powerhouse. The ideas you shared, the notes you gave us, they were brilliant. You could turn things around for us." Stephanie nodded, her eyes wide with admiration. "Those notes you gave me, Kate, they were profound." "Wait a minute." She paused, her gaze sharpening as a sudden realization hit her. "Are you the author of One Stormy Night?" Kate's breath caught, and for a moment, the bustling pub seemed to fade away. One Stormy Night was a manuscript she'd written years ago, a passionate, semi-autobiographical novel she'd shared with only a handful of people. She'd never expected it to resurface, let alone in a conversation like this. "How did you?" she began, then stopped, her mind racing. "Yes, I wrote it. But that was a lifetime ago." Stephanie's face lit up. "Kate, it's incredible. The way you wove those emotions, the drama, the secrets, it's like you captured the heart of Salem itself. You have a gift, and Titan could use that kind of vision." Kate felt a flush of pride, but it was quickly overshadowed by the weight of her decision. "I appreciate that, Stephanie. Really, I do. But right now, Roman needs me more than Titan does. This pub, this family, it's home. And I can't walk away when they're counting on me." Alex sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I get it, Kate. Loyalty's a rare thing. But don't count yourself out yet. You're too good to stay behind this bar forever." As Stephanie and Alex gathered their supplies and headed out, Kate watched them go, her heart torn between duty and ambition. The pub was quiet now, save for the soft clink of glasses as she tidied up. She thought of Roman, sitting in that courtroom, fighting for Johnny's future. She thought of Rachel, caught in a web of secrets she didn't fully understand. And she thought of herself, a woman who'd spent her life balancing love, loyalty, and her own fierce desires. Outside, the sun dipped low, casting long shadows across Salem. The 4th of July was coming, a day of celebration and unity. But for Kate, the real fireworks were the choices she faced. Would she stay at the pub, anchoring Roman through the storm of Johnny's trial? Or would she seize the chance to reinvent herself at Titan, stepping into a world of power and possibility? For now, she'd pour another coffee, wipe down the bar, and keep the home fires burning. But deep down, Kate knew the story was far from...
All new Days of Our Lives, only on Peacock.